We lived in Oakland, and Dad had come up from the valley because he lost everything on account of what happened. And then one day he comes home and says to my mother, he says, I'm going to go to San Francisco, and they want me to go there. He says, I want to be a carpenter. I don't want to be a laborer. And he says, that's beyond me. So he come home, and one day he come home and he says, I got a better job. He says, I'm going to go and see this fellow in San Francisco. And he said he liked my attitude, so he put me to work as a carpenter. And that's where he started. He liked heavy construction, like the bridges and big buildings. Just happened to have a job, and he worked from just being a regular carpenter up to almost being an engineer. A lot of people lost their lives on that bridge. It was unbelievable. There's no safety nets or nothing. You know, when I look back, people have no idea how bad things could get years ago. You know, because there's nothing to protect you. If you were working class, you were doomed. They figured you're either going to get killed or you're going to die falling off of something. And then they worked nights. They worked 24 hours a day. They built that bridge in 3.5 years. I think of the lives that were lost and the work that went into it and the honor when we built it and how it was done so quickly. And everybody thought we were crazy.
On Bay Bridge, there were no safety. I've talked to guys that worked on it. There were 24 killed up to the opening, and there were 29 total when they opened it up for the rail transit we talked about in 1939. So there's 29 total. Wow. I know that because my father was killed in an industrial accident when I was a kid. So I'm very aware of safety in terms of workmen and so forth. Purcell did not have the consideration that Strauss had for the safety of life. He just let everything go. If you can do it, that's all it said. Do it, see. American Bridge built the suspension span, and they required their people to wear a leather safety hat. And if you look at pictures, you'll see people with leather safety hats and bareheaded people, because there was no enforcement. See, there was this machoism.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, if you showed any kind of fright, boy, they'll drum you off the bridge right then and there.
Wow.
One of the biggest public works projects, you know, in the history of the country, and being so successful and being done in such a short time. You know, it was done, they built it in 3 years. I don't think there was the animosity today about government programs. You know, you name a program and somebody's there immediately to put it down. Yeah. And I think at that time it was kind of accepted that, you know, this is what government did for you. You know, they built things so that make your life better, and that was kind of a given.
However, although we had a political background in our family that was a Hoover background, okay, what Franklin Delano did with WPA and the unemployment, which we're seeing happen today, let's say, getting the work projects going, getting the infrastructure going nationally, taking, and how many times have we seen the long lines, not of women, they were staying at home, taking care of the kids and hopefully making some dinner that they could get, but it was all men, standing in lines, standing in lines, standing in lines. He was able to put a huge amount of them to work, okay, during an era of unemployment, particularly on the eve of the Depression. So my father became a And with the bridge coming on and all, my father became didn't change any political overall associations, but he became a proponent. And the people of the United States, of America, don't realize what a monumental item those two bridges are for what they stand for. And in both bridges, because see, they both told a story of the future. This gives you an answer, I think, to the meaning of the two bridges, particularly the Oakland Bay Bridge, what it has meant to the locals,